नमस्कार. अलर्ट ॲक्टिव्ह अलाइव्ह ॲट 100 ह्या कार्यावळीन तुमचे स्वागत. धेंपो हेल्थकेअर प्रस्तुत ही कार्यावळ आम्ही स्वर्गीय श्री विश्वासराव धेंपो हांच्या यादीन राबयतात आणि दर शुक्रारा रातचे 10 वरांचेर आम्ही तुमच्या मुखार येतात आरोग्य आणि स्वास्थ्य हे विषय घेऊन आणि त्याच्याबद्दल चर्चा करपाक. तर आमच्या बरोबर आसात डॉक्टर दिगंबर नाईक, a renowned cardiologist from Goa whose name has been already recognized as one of the 50 pathfinder of the Indian healthcare industry. नमस्कार डॉक्टर, तुमका येवकार. Dr. Naik has written a book, Alert, Active, Alive at 100, and in this book, elaborately he has discussed on how to live a healthy life and maintain a healthy lifestyle. And not only that, he has even discussed on how to maintain your mind and so on. After long research and his experience, okay, he has written this book. आणि ह्याच बुकाच्या आधाराचेर आम्ही हांगसर वेगळे विषय हाताळतात आणि त्याच्याबद्दल चर्चा करतात. पण त्या विषयाकडे वळच्या पयलीं आम्ही हांगसर डिस्कस करतात की आमकां तुम्ही म्हणजे पळोवप्यांनी विचारिल्ल्या प्रश्नांची जाप दिवन. तर डॉक्टर आमकां हांगसर आज वेगवेगळे प्रश्न येयल्यात. स्पेशली ह्या एपिसोडान जर आमी पळोवंक घेत जाल्यार आमचो जो नेक्स्ट टॉपिक आसा ऑन स्ट्रेस फ्री लायफ, तो म्हळ्यार स्लीप. पण त्या टॉपिकाचेर वयच्या पयलीं जे आमकां पळोवप्यांनी जे प्रश्न विचारले ते मोस्टली आसा ऑन मॉन्सून रिलेटेड प्रॉब्लम. ते कॉमन जो प्रश्न आसा तो रिलेटेड टू मॉन्सून इज दॅट लायक हाऊ टू स्टे फिट इन दीस सीझन. स्पेशली आता पळोवंक गेल्यार 2-3 दीस जालो गोंयान आता इतलो पावस पडला आणि त्या पावसान वेगवेगळे विकार जातात, लायक जसे की ताप येता, खोकली येता, जोर वचना 2-3 दीस. सो द मेन क्वेश्चन ही इज आस्क्ड लायक हाऊ टू स्टे फिट अँड अवे फ्रॉम द मॉन्सून रिलेटेड प्रॉब्लेम. सो डॉक्टर, लायक व्हॉट यू हॅव टू से अबाउट इट?
आय थिंक दिस इज द मोस्ट एलॅबोरेट प्रश्न ह्या टायमार. आता पावसान आमी जाणाच आमकां प्रॉब्लेमां भरपूर जाता. इट्स अ व्हेरी सिकनेस. हॉस्पिटलां सुद्दां भरलेली आसता पेशंटांनी. आता पहिली गोष्ट, आता तुम्ही सुद्धा घराकडे पळयात, जेवंक बसा, खंयसून नाल्यार खंयसून मूस येतले धांवन. भायर पावस पडले की सगळे मूस घरान येता. हे मूस कितें करता, वचून भायर कसल्याय घाणीचेर बसता आनी ते पांयांक तेंचे अशी हे आसता, बारीक बारीक केंस आसता आनी ते बसले काय ना, कोणाच्या संडासाचेर बसले, त्या संडासान कितें तरी घाण असली, कसलो हेजे तांती असले, डिफरंट आमचे वर्म्स असता, तांचे एक तांती असले, ते घेवन येता. ते घेवन आमच्या जेवणार बसले काय ना, ते तांते आमच्या जेवणान पडटा. हेज्या बरोबर कितलेशेच फंगस कॅरी करता, कितलेशेच डिफरंट बॅक्टेरिया कॅरी करता. आनी ते मागीर आमी जेवताना जेवणानसून तो जंतू आमच्या पोटान गेलो. सो डेफिनेटली वर्म्स वाडले आमचे.
बरोबर.
Various bacterial sicknesses like gastroenteritis. आमी गॅस्ट्रोएंटरायटीस म्हणटा, ह्या सगळ्यांकूच उलटी जाता, नाल्यार पोटान दुखता, नाल्यार लूज मोशन जाता. ओके, फक्त लूज मोशन जाता तेका आमी डिसेंट्री म्हणटा पळय. फक्त लूज मोशन जायत रावप, कितलेशे 30-40 सुद्दां. इफ इट इज मोर दॅन 30-40 इट हॅपन्स इन अ डिसीज कॉल्ड कॉलरा. सो कॉलरा ह्या दिसांनी येतलो, डिसेंट्री ह्या दिसांनी जाता. दुसरे आमचे जर तो जर्म पोटा पुरतोच उरलो अँड देन ओन्ली स्टमक गेट्स इन्फेक्टेड, देन वी गेट वॉमिटिंग. पोटान दुखता आनी वॉमिटिंग जाता. फॉर दॅट वी कॉल इट एज गॅस्ट्रायटीस. आनी थोड्यांक वॉमिटिंगूय जाता, लूज मोशनूय जाता. त्या वेळार वी कॉल इट एज गॅस्ट्रोएंटरायटीस. कॉमनस हे जावपाक कारण म्हणजे इकोलाय बॅक्टेरिया असता, त्याच्या बरोबर क्लॅप्सियला आसा आनी कितलेशेच तरेचे बॅक्टेरिया भितर आसता, वायरसीस असता, फंगाय असता. त्यो थ्रू वॉटर कंटॅमिनेशन, थ्रू फूड कंटॅमिनेशन, or through a direct something like this flight, or when we don't wash. Suppose I have touched here, hanga jar you moose baslelo, there is that germ here, I go and you give me something to eat, I just take it and put it in my mouth. Along with that I am putting that germ into my stomach. And that germ then starts getting in spread there. It will eat away the stomach lining. It will infect the stomach or the intestine, 23 feet of intestine, or that is small intestine or the large intestine. It can get and give infection anywhere all along this place. And dependingly, according to where it is infected most, we will have symptoms, whether it is gastritis, gastroenteritis, and you know these days diarrhea is a very severe problem. And if you keep on getting loose motion, suppose in an hour you get 20 loose motions. So 20, pratyek loose motion is half a liter udak gele. In 20 loose motion, you are losing 10 liters of water.
Yeah.
With 10 liters water, body gets completely dehydrated. आणि जेन्ना बॉडी आमची डिहायड्रेट जाता तेन्ना किडनी will fail, heart will fail, you will develop stroke, you will develop any other things. So dehydration is the biggest danger when you get a loose motion or vomiting, or what we call it as a gastroenteritis, which is a very, very common problem. So if you get a loose motion, the first thing that we have to take care is जितले motion जाता, जितले vomiting जाता, तितले उदक आम्ही भितर घालूंक शकूंक जाय. Okay. And loose motion the चड जाले, then we are not able to replace that.
Correct.
Vomiting जाले, whatever you take also will come out. And that is the time you have to go into the hospital, and we have to start you on IV fluids. Okay. Along with that, we also give infection and antibiotics, for the infection or for the germ to be killed. So this is a commonest problem that we are noticing these days.
Correct.
Only way we will protect is through good oral hygiene. आमच्या पोटान वतना तर आमच्या लीप हातांनी वचूंक जाय आनी लीप जेवण आणि लीप उदक आसूंक जाय. तिनूच पॉइंट्स आमी लक्षांत धरत. गॅस्ट्रोएंटरायटीस सारखे, टायफॉइड सारखे, डायरिया सारखे, कॉलेरा सारखे, नाल्यार आमचे हेपेटायटीस ए स्पेशली, ह्या दिसांनी खूब जातले हेपेटायटीस ए. हे रोग आमी सहज पयस दवरूंक शकता. All that it needs is a very, very simple cleanliness or hygiene of the health and hygiene of your food. दुसरे group of diseases are vector-borne diseases. ऐसे malaria वाटता, chikungunya वाटता, dengue वाटता, hemorrhagic fever, which is also a type of severe dengue fever. इतले रोग ऐसे खूब जातले because your mosquitoes are growing. So the mosquitoes will go bite somebody, keep on spreading these infections. So we have to be away from a bite of a mosquito. Remember, even one bite could be threatening to our lives. And many times we just don't care about the mosquito bites. These days especially, it has to be we have to be too careful to see that mosquitoes don't come and bite us. Okay. And another big group is fungal infection. हाताच्या गळ्यांनी, पायाच्या गळ्यांनी धवे जाता पळय, that's a fungus infection. It's very, very common these days. बरो moisture मेळटा, भिजता, so socks भिजता, shoes भिजता, पाय उदकांतसून वता आनी त्या moistureाचेर fungus beautifully grow जाता, and then you will get those white things spreading here.
Is it itching also, no? Sometimes
it's an infection which is boring into आमची कात खायत रावता न्ही. And the dead skin, white is what you see as a white is the dead skin, which is already dead and full of that fungal infection. Fungus ऐसन पहिला थोडे खुर्च्यो बिर्च्यो लिप करू नाका आनी फाटल्यान हळू असो हात ओडून पळय, हाताक धवो येतलो पळय, चितो म्हणटा कितें म्हणटा आमी, बट दॅट इज अ डेडली fungus which can give us all these problems, and which can also go into our lung and give us problem inside the lung. Pneumonia, bronchopneumonia, which are very difficult to get rid of, which is very common these days. Besides, आम्ही पळयता पावसान भिजून येयलो मागीर थंडी जाता, नाक व्हांवता, ताळो दुखता, pharyngitis जाता, then respiratory tract infection. If it is here, we call it as a upper respiratory tract infection. केन्ना मागीर लंग्सान गेले नाल्यार it can shape into a pneumonia or bronchitis or bronchopneumonia. Pneumonia म्हणजे it's already gone down into the alveolar. Bronchus is on top. वयरूच infection हांगा उरलें. We call it bronchitis. Or both in the places are infected, then we call it as a bronchopneumonia. Various words we use, but these are deadly infection. It may be life threatening, especially जाणट्यांक. So that पयलीच जर मातशी छाती weak आसत, what we call it as a COPD stage, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. And ताका त्या मातशें infection सुद्धा म्हणल्यार may cost him his life.
Okay.
Asthma patient, you will find the asthma attacks increasing, and these hospitals will get filled with asthma patient because as it is he has asthma, on top of it he gets infection, so his asthma worsens, his condition worsens.
Okay.
So this is another thing we have to be very, very careful about. Forget about these small diseases. The worst thing that happens these days is we lose, so many people lose their lives because of accidents.
Correct.
Especially on the scooter. असं सहज ऍक्सिडेंट जातले, रस्त्यार कितें कितें येता, घाण येता आनी कितें येता, तेल येता, ऑयल येता, रस्ते स्लिपरी आसता, all sorts of things are there. And the number of accidents, especially with two-wheelers, are plenty. And during this time, if you have not properly taken care of yourself, तुझे helmet ना आल्या, you can lose your life.
Correct.
Or even become crippled for your life, if not losing the life. So accidents are in plenty these days. You have to be very careful with your vehicle. Roads are bad. केदे व्हडले potholes आतां, आनी नवो रोड घातलेलो ऑलरेडी 1 फूट खोल pothole तयार जाल्या मांडवीच्या दुसऱ्या सायडीक वचून पळयत नाल्या. But it happened. That is the way all our works are, especially the governmental works are done. People take the money and do a very, very third class work. तिसरी वस्तू shock. उदक, आणि उदक is a good conductor of electricity. So घरान मातशें खंय उदक आसत नाल्यार you can get electric shocks. पावसान भायर कितें झाडां पडून बी वायरी तुटलेली आसता. If you touch that live wire, you can get electrocuted. Suddenly खंय तरी हे बी येता, ह्या पावसाच्या दिसांनी drowning incidences वाडटा. So we have to be careful with this, all these episodes. And these are basic things we must take over the next 3 months, so that by the end of the year we do not end up into any of these accidents. I call them accidents. I usually don't call them as sicknesses. Sickness is what when the body is really sick, body is really going down. This is infection. You get a bite from that mosquito which is filled with malaria, you get malaria. If you had to avoid that bite, it could have been no malaria. You could have been all right. And don't take these small sicknesses lightly. Sadi malaria, can kill. Dengue can kill. Leptospirosis can kill. Okay? Any of this, your gastroenteritis can kill. You become dehydrated, your BP goes down and you collapse. If you don't take care of your gastroenteritis infection properly.
Okay. Any immediate first aid for that? For
gastroenteritis, the first thing is initially you start with ORS solution, or you can make a ORS solution yourself. How do gastroenteritis zalo ni? Where is the danger for that person? 1-2-3 motion zala kai dana, you recover. Okay, you can spontaneously kill the germ also. That's number 1. But then motion zait ravle. Then, and if you don't correct the dehydration, जितले उदक भायर वता तितले उदक जर आमी परते भितर घालत, there is no problem, you will always be all right. 1 दीस 2 दीस 4 दीस म्हण कांय जायना, दिसाक 10 मोशन जायत आनी 50 मोशन जाल्यारूय कांय जायना, provided every time you go to the washroom you replace all that fluid back. And what do you lose in a loose motion? You lose water, you lose sodium, potassium, magnesium, and many other salt also. That is where oral salt or electrolyte preparation, what we call it, or oral ORS.
Correct.
So these are simple first degree measures. But if the infection is little bit more severe, then you are going to need something to kill that germ. Ne?
Exactly.
This infection has happened because of the germ. Germ may be very strong. Okay, that germ, we have to kill that germ. At that time, you must get yourself treated by a proper doctor or a proper hospital. Okay, so this is the way I think these are various ways we can land up into problems, especially these days.
Okay. Correct.
So especially walking on the roads cannot be that simple. So at the Bombay floods came. How many people died? 7-8 people died. They got drowned, and some of the gutters, the opening were just open. And चलताना दिसाचे आमकां कळटालें आतां खड्डो आसा.
बरोबर.
आनी वेन सगळीं बुडत येयले ते हळू वता भुरगीं भितर नाच जाली, सग जावन गेली. So this is where you have to be careful, because our road engineers are pretty careless. They will dig a hole and keep it open there. So you are not sure of what you are watching.
Correct.
So and तो जर उदक तितल्याकूय जर भरलेले आसत, you have to be careful to see that there is no big pothole there inside, otherwise you will go straight inside, and you can even get drowned, and you can even die, or can get sucked by the underground drainages, or electric wire might be just open there.
Correct.
So that might even give you electrocuted.
Quite dangerous.
So these are, you have seen every time there's a flood, 10 लोक मेले, 20 लोक मेले, 30 लोक मेले, आमकां कांयच न्ही कशें दिसता. But it could be you. You never know. It could be one of you, one of us. This is where we have to be careful. It could be the engineer who did that work carelessly. So it could be anybody, and for simply we lose our life.
Correct.
That's why we say in India we don't have much value for life. But when we see, we talk about every single life being saved or lived to the fullest of 100 years.
Correct.
And if you are dying, and we take all possible precautions at home.
बरोबर.
And when you are sick, you spend in lakhs and lakhs to be all right.
Yeah.
And if such trivial things kill you, I think that's not fair. That's not fair.
Exactly.
Absolutely, that's not fair.
Yeah, we say that prevention is better than the cure.
These are absolute carelessnesses. Absolute carelessness, which cost somebody their lives.
Okay. So, डॉक्टरान बरें समअप केला हांगसर. एक प्रश्न विचारलेलो मनसून केअर बट हेल्थ केअर रिलेटेड प्रश्न आशिल्लो, पण डॉक्टरान तुमकां म्हणजे समाजान आता वावुरताना रस्त्यांचेर किंवा कशी काळजी घेवची आपल्या जिवाची ताजेरूय तुमकां बरेचशे मार्गदर्शन केल्ले आसा. थँक्यू व्हेरी मच डॉक्टर फॉर दीस एक्स्ट्रा इन्फॉर्मेशन. दिस इज द स्पेशालिटी ऑफ दीस एपिसोड or this program, that is, you get something extra, not only written in a book of the doctor called Alert, Active, Alive at 100. आणि आता डॉक्टर आम्ही आमच्या बुकान तुम्ही जे कितें बरयल्ले आसा त्या टॉपिकाचेर
I think somebody has asked you a question where this book is available, okay?
Okay, yeah.
Book is published in Goa itself, okay?
Okay, yeah.
And it is Broadway's are the publishers.
Okay.
And it is available on Amazon.
Okay.
You can just go on to Amazon, order it, the very second, third day the book will be in the house.
Okay. So, फाटले काय एपिसोड्स आम्ही आता स्ट्रेस फ्री लाईफ हो कंटेंटातलो एक टॉपिक घेतलेलो आसा आणि डॉक्टरान वेगवेगळे सब टॉपिक्स ताजेर डिस्कस केल्ले आसा. आणि फाटल्याच एपिसोडान आमी पळयले किंवा आमी हांगसर बरीचशी आमची बरी चर्चा जाली आणि अशें दिसलेलें की तो एपिसोड सोंपूच नाका कसो. तो म्हळ्यार ह्युमर अँड लाफ्टर, आणि तो डॉक्टर आमी टॉपिक सोंपयलो त्या एपिसोडान. सर आयचो जो आमचो व्हेरी इंटरेस्टिंग टॉपिक आसा तो म्हळ्यार स्लीप.
Must have joined the laughter clubs.
Yeah, finally. So आयचो जो टॉपिक आसा तो म्हळ्यार स्लीप, सो न्हीद. सो डॉक्टर तुम्ही एका मनशाची इंटरव्यू घेतलेली आसा, म्हणजे तुम्ही तुमच्याच बुकान बरयल्ले आसा, आणि हिज नेम इज लॅम्बर्ट मॅस्करन्नास. ही हॅड आन्सर्ड that I always slept well no matter what happened, most of the time between 6 to 8 hours, irrespective of all my assignment. And that person has completed 102 years and you have taken interviews. So like how to lead a, or attain that 100 years of life with this aspect of the life, or you cannot ignore it. Everybody needs a sleep. Without sleeping we cannot function. Our body need proper rest. So how you can justify sleep as a part of the life, or having the stress free life?
The प्रत्येक instrument आम्ही पळयतात, तुझी गाडी असो, स्कूटर असो, whatever it is, once you start it will work for a particular time, then you have to stop that engine, allow it to cool down and come back to its normal phase. So everything needs rest. During the day, आमचे joints हालत असता, muscles are moving, we are talking, we are thinking, the brain cells are constantly working. So they work the whole day. And most of the, and then obviously they need rest. That is one part of it. Rest जातोकुर किती जाता? The organ starts rebuilding itself. There are different chemical reactions that go in the body when you are working, and absolutely different chemical reactions when you are sleeping. Okay, so first thing is we need sleep. Besides this, our simple thing like a memory, you keep on working more than 24 to 48 hours, or don't this, thing this, kanna lok rawta, don't this, niratna. And at the end of the day, when they go to sleep, ask them if they recollect anything. Whatever they have done, the memory is not built up properly.
Okay.
So whatever we think during the day, the whole thing is very nicely concentrated, modulated and placed inside the brain cells as memory. So we all need a good memory. Okay. The liver, your liver, during the day you are giving it food, it is absorbing food. At the end of the day, you are not eating anything, it starts processing that food properly, converting that into fruits into glucose, glycogen, fatty acids and cholesterol and so many things, whichever is necessary for the body. Liver is a store of not more than 1,000 factories.
Okay.
At least at a time, 1,000 things are being built up into your liver. And some of them are to be done during your activity, and some of them need sleep, need rest. So sleep is basically a physiological phenomena. Okay, physiological means आमच्या body जायूच करूकच जाय, which is built up to rebuild your body, which has after use for the whole day. So next day, once you get up, you are fresh, absolutely fresh.
Correct.
Utun nalo ton dolo, then your whole day starts. Nittana pay dukhat astani ki jata. You get so many complaints when you are sleeping, but after a good sleep, and you get up in the morning, you are absolutely fresh. It means all these functions which needed to be done during the sleep time have happened properly. And then the day, as the day arises, your liver, brain and each organ is ready to take in more challenges.
Okay.
It's challenges. Every job, digestion job is a big challenge. Mastication job is a big challenge, isn't it? You see the complexity of this processes in simple digestion.
Correct.
Forget about your excretion, forget about your reproduction, forget about your brain system, forget about your endocrine system. Thousands and thousands of these cells of this system, the factories are going on inside. So all that, for some time, all these factories need a rest, because भितर मागीर कितें करता आमी रातची आमची फॅक्टरी बंद जाली, शॉप बंद जालो, त्या वेळार कितें करता, कितें कितें सगळी आसता ते जाग्यार घालता, कितें साफ करता, anything dirt or waste कितें आसता तो काडून भायर उडयता, and next day your shop is ready to open up again, or your factory is ready to start again. Exactly the same thing has to happen into our body. Yes, this happens physiologically. That this, you feel it happens automatically, it doesn't happen automatically. You are doing this internally the way you spend your whole day. Your singing is not automatic, you have to think of singing. You're eating, you have to think of eating. Nothing is automatic. Every process needs to happen, and every process needs to go in the right sequence. Like every coin will have a head and a tail. Every day will have a night. Every take anything. तुका समुद्र घ्या, तुका सुक्ती भरती असाच जायूच पडटा. Same thing, feeling asleep and staying awake are absolutely essential functions for the functioning of a good body. Now you take this man, he's 102 years old today. He said one thing that he did is he always slept well. Not that it was a gift that he had to sleep, but it was something which he tuned himself to happen. न्हीद पडप इज आमकां अशी येना ती. We have to work or we have to plan ourselves so that we get a good sleep. When a patient, half of the patients that come to me usually complain, I'm not getting good sleep. And if we've got a simple way, give some sleeping tablet, patient goes to sleep for a few days.
Correct.
But then he never can get rid of those tablets. He gets used to that.
Yeah.
And that is not a normal sleep. Normal sleep is something which has to come physiologically. समुद्राचेर पळय सुकतेर कितेंशेच दट दिसतले, भरती येयली की सगळं व्हांवून वतले, समुद्राचो किनारो सारको चकचकीत जाता. It's the same thing. These ups and downs, you take anything, your sound waves travel up and down, your electricity travel up and down, light travels in sequences. This is how it happens. So first of all, sleep is one of the essential thing that we should have, we need, and we should go along well.
Okay.
So it is not just to be neglected. No, you cannot neglect your sleep. You must get good sleep. At इथून how much should be the sleep, how should be the sleep, what are the types of sleep, what is REM sleep, non-REM sleep, what happens when you take a sleep on a tablet, what happens when you take a sleep without a normal physiological sleep, and during sleep also a lot of diseases are there. There's what is called as a sleep apnea. This is one problem which goes along with the sleep and which needs a correction, which is a big disease. I think we must talk about all those things slowly.
Yeah, correct.
as it goes along.
तर आयज आमी स्लीप म्हणजे म्हळ्यार न्हीद आमकां इम्पॉर्टंट कित्याक ताजें इंट्रोडक्शन आमकां दोतोरान दिलें. दोतोरान सांगलें की एका मनशाक तांच्यांनी इंटरव्यू केला आनी ताणें न्हिदेचें म्हत्व आमकां सांगलें. आतां फुडल्या एपिसोडान आमी पळोवया की वॉट आर द बेनिफिट्स ऑर द एडवांटेजीस ऑफ अ गुड स्लीप. ओके, मागीर न्हिदेक जर प्रॉब्लम्स आयले किंवा डॉक्टरान सांगलें तशें की अननॅचरल वे येयलेले हाव टू कोप अप विथ दॅट एंड ऑल, ते आमी फुडल्या एपिसोडान पळोवया. आयज टायम जायत आयला, आयचो एपिसोड आमकां हांगाच थांबोवचो पडटा, पण तुमी पळयत रावा. पण तुमचे प्रश्न आमकां नक्की तुमी धाडात. स्क्रिनाचेर नंबर दिल्लो आसा. आणि पळयत रावा प्रुडंट मिडिया एव्हरी फ्रायडे एट 10 PM, अलर्ट, एक्टिव्ह, अलाइव्ह एट 100. नमस्कार.
नमस्कार.